What if I told you that something you may be using every single day, something sitting in your kitchen right now, could be slowly damaging your nerves? Not overnight, not dramatically, but little by little. Numbness in your feet, burning in your hands, tingling that just won't go away. Doctors are now warning seniors over 60 about a hidden toxin that may be silently contributing to nerve damage and worsening neuropathy. And here's the scary part. Most people have no idea it's happening. Today, we're going to reveal what this toxin is, why it becomes more dangerous after 60, the surprising symptoms you might already have, and most importantly, what you can do starting today to protect your nerves. So, stay with me, because what you're about to learn could change how you shop, eat, and protect your health. Let's talk about something serious. Neuropathy isn't just getting older, it's not just poor circulation, and it's not something you should ignore. According to experts from institutions like Mayo Clinic and Cleveland Clinic, peripheral neuropathy affects millions of Americans, and the risk rises sharply after age 60. Why? Because as we age, our detox systems slow down. The liver doesn't clear toxins as efficiently. Nerve repair becomes slower. And chronic inflammation increases. Your nerves are delicate electrical wires. They depend on oxygen, healthy blood flow, protective nutrient layers, and a low inflammation environment. But when toxins build up, those wires begin to fray. At first, it's subtle. Maybe your feet feel different. Maybe your balance is slightly off. Maybe you wake up with tingling fingers. But over time, that mild annoyance can become burning pain, numbness, weakness, or even difficulty walking. Now here's the question, what toxin are doctors most concerned about right now? The answer may surprise you. One of the biggest nerve-damaging toxins seniors are exposed to today is excess refined sugar and chronic high blood glucose. Yes, sugar. Now before you click away thinking, I'm not diabetic, stay with me. You do not have to be diagnosed with diabetes for high blood sugar to damage your nerves. Doctors have long known that uncontrolled diabetes leads to neuropathy. But research now shows that even pre-diabetes and repeated blood sugar spikes can quietly harm nerve tissue. Organizations like the American Diabetes Association warn that elevated glucose levels damage small blood vessels that supply your nerves. When that blood supply weakens, nerves begin to starve, and starving nerves send pain signals. But sugar doesn't just raise blood glucose, it also increases inflammation, triggers oxidative stress, depletes B vitamins essential for nerve repair, damages the protective myelin sheath around nerves. Over time, this creates the perfect storm for neuropathy. And here's something even more concerning. After age 60, your body becomes more insulin resistant. That means the same slice of bread you ate at 40 may spike your blood sugar much higher at 65. Now I want you to pause for just a moment and really think about this. Let's see if any of this sounds familiar. Tingling in your toes at night, especially when you lie down. A burning sensation in your feet that makes it hard to sleep. Feeling like you're wearing invisible socks, even when you're barefoot. Reduced sensitivity to hot or cold water. Sharp, electric-like stabbing pains that come out of nowhere. Loss of balance when the lights are dim. Muscle weakness when climbing stairs or getting out of a chair. Maybe it started subtly. A little numbness here, a little buzzing sensation there. You told yourself, I must have slept wrong. It's just poor circulation. I'm just getting older. But here's what doctors at places like Mayo Clinic emphasize. These symptoms are not simply normal aging. They are often early warning signs of peripheral nerve, irritation or damage. And here's why that matters. Your nerves are responsible for sending messages between your brain and the rest of your body. When blood sugar stays elevated, even mildly elevated, it can begin to damage the tiny blood vessels that feed those nerves. Think of it like this. If a plant doesn't get enough water, it starts to wilt. If a nerve doesn't get enough oxygen and nutrients, it starts to malfunction. At first, the signals become distorted. Instead of normal sensation, you feel tingling. Instead of gentle touch, you feel burning. Instead of stability, you feel unsteady. And here's something especially important for those over 60. Sometimes neuropathy doesn't start with pain. It starts with numbness. And numbness can be even more dangerous, because when you can't feel your feet properly, you may not notice small injuries, you may not sense temperature extremes, your balance can quietly decline. According to the National Institute on Aging, balance changes and reduced sensation significantly increase fall risk in older adults, and falls are one of the leading causes of serious injury after 60. So this isn't just about discomfort, it's about independence, it's about confidence when you walk, it's about feeling secure in your own home. Many seniors dismiss these signs as just part of getting older. They are not. They are warning signals. Your body doesn't whisper without a reason. And here's the empowering part. The earlier you act, the better your chances of slowing or even improving the damage. Because unlike some age-related conditions, nerves have an incredible ability to repair themselves when the environment improves. When blood sugar stabilizes, when inflammation decreases, when key nutrients are restored, when circulation improves, nerve healing is slow, but it is possible. And that means what you do next truly matters. So if any of those symptoms sounded familiar, don't panic, but don't ignore them either. Because in the next section, I'm going to show you where hidden sugar may be sneaking into your daily routine, even if you think you're eating healthy. Stay with me. Now you might be thinking, I don't eat candy. I'm not sitting around eating cake all day. I've cut back on desserts, and that's wonderful. But here's the uncomfortable truth. The biggest blood sugar spikes for many seniors are not coming from sweets. They're coming from everyday foods that look harmless. Sugar today is sneaky. It hides behind labels like whole grain, low fat, heart healthy, all natural. Let's look at some common offenders that doctors frequently warn about. Store-bought bread, even wheat bread, can convert quickly into glucose once digested. Some slices contain added sugars or high-fructose corn syrup. Flavored yogurt. What sounds like a healthy breakfast can contain as much sugar as a dessert. Breakfast cereal. Even the healthy varieties can spike blood sugar dramatically. Canned soup, added sugars and refined starches are often hidden in the ingredient list. Pasta sauce. Many popular brands add sugar to balance acidity. Crackers. Refined flour acts almost like sugar in the bloodstream. Low-fat snacks. When fat is removed, sugar is often added to improve taste. And here's one that surprises many people. Fruit juice, even 100% juice. When you remove the fiber from fruit, you're left with concentrated natural sugar that enters your bloodstream very quickly. Now let's talk about drinks, because liquids may be the fastest way to spike blood sugar. If you're drinking sweet tea, regular soda, flavored coffee drinks, bottled smoothies, sports drinks, those are essentially direct sugar hits to your bloodstream. Unlike solid food, liquids digest rapidly. That means glucose rises quickly and drops quickly, which stresses your system even more. And here's the part many people don't realize. You can have normal fasting blood sugar, but still experience damaging spikes after meals. This is sometimes called post-meal hyperglycemia. According to organizations like the American Diabetes Association, repeated blood sugar spikes over time contribute to inflammation and blood vessel damage, even before full diabetes develops. So if your doctor says your fasting glucose looks okay, that doesn't always mean your nerves are safe. It's the roller coaster that does the damage. Up, down, up again. Over months and years, that instability irritates the delicate blood vessels feeding your nerves. That's why many doctors are shifting focus. It's no longer just about diagnosing diabetes. It's about glucose stability, steady energy, steady circulation, steady nerve nourishment. And here's something hopeful. Small changes in what you choose at the grocery store can dramatically reduce those spikes. In the next section, we're going to talk about why this becomes even more important after age 60, and why your body processes sugar differently now than it did 20 years ago. Stay with me, because this is where it gets eye-opening. Now here's something many people don't realize. The same blood sugar spike you handled at age 40 does not affect your body the same way at 65 or 75. Our bodies change and that ascend, and that's not a weakness, it's biology. As we age, muscle mass naturally decreases. Activity levels often drop. Insulin sensitivity declines. Circulation may weaken. Let's break that down in simple terms. Muscle is one of the biggest sponges for blood sugar. When you eat carbohydrates, your muscles help absorb and use that glucose for energy. But after 60, we naturally lose muscle, a process called age-related muscle loss. With less muscle available, more sugar stays circulating in the bloodstream longer. That means higher spikes and longer exposure. At the same time, many seniors become a little less active, maybe due to joint pain, retirement lifestyle changes, or simply habit shifts. Less movement means sugar isn't being burned off as efficiently. Then there's insulin sensitivity. As we age, our cells don't respond to insulin as effectively. So even if your pancreas produces insulin, your body may not use it as well as it once did. The result? Glucose lingers in the blood. And remember, it's not just about high numbers, it's about repeated exposure over time. Now let's talk about circulation. Healthy nerves depend on tiny blood vessels called capillaries. These vessels deliver oxygen and nutrients to the nerve fibers in your hands and feet. If circulation weakens, whether from aging, inflammation, or blood sugar damage, those nerves receive less nourishment. It's like trying to power a house with frayed wiring and inconsistent electricity. Eventually, something flickers. And here's another critical piece many seniors don't hear enough about: medications. Many adults over 60 take prescriptions for blood pressure, acid reflux, diabetes, or cholesterol. While these medications are often necessary, some can interfere with nutrient absorption, especially vitamin B12. And vitamin B12 is essential for nerve health. Low B12 levels are strongly associated with neuropathy symptoms such as numbness, tingling, and balance problems. Major medical centers like Cleveland Clinic note that B12 deficiency can directly damage the protective coating around nerves. Now here's where the cycle becomes concerning. High sugar intake increases inflammation. Inflammation increases oxidative stress. Oxidative stress depletes key nutrients, including B vitamins. So if blood sugar is unstable and nutrient levels are low and circulation is weaker, you have the perfect storm for nerve irritation. It becomes a vicious cycle. Higher sugar, more nerve stress, more inflammation, poorer repair, worsening symptoms. But here's the empowering truth. Cycles can be broken. Age does increase vulnerability, but age does not remove your ability to improve your health. In fact, small changes after 60 often produce surprisingly powerful results, because your body responds quickly when you reduce stressors. And in the next section, I'm going to show you what doctors recommend to protect your nerves starting today. Simple, practical steps that don't require extreme diets or exhausting workouts. Because protecting your nerves after 60 isn't about doing everything, it's about doing the right things consistently. Now for the empowering part, because this is where fear turns into action. The good news: you do not need extreme diets, you do not need intense workouts, and you do not need to be perfect. You need consistency. Here's what many experts recommend. 1. Stabilize blood sugar. This is the foundation, not eliminating every carbohydrate, not starving yourself, but stabilizing. That means pair carbohydrates with protein. Instead of toast alone, add eggs. Instead of fruit alone, add nuts or Greek yogurt. Protein slows the absorption of glucose and prevents sharp spikes. Avoid drinking sugar calories. Liquid sugar hits fast and hard. Water, herbal tea, or unsweetened beverages are far gentler on your system. Choose whole foods over processed snacks. An apple is very different from apple juice. A baked potato is different from potato chips. Whole foods digest slower and are easier on your nerves. Eat fiber-rich vegetables. Fiber acts like a buffer. It slows digestion and supports stable glucose levels. Leafy greens, broccoli, zucchini, peppers, these are powerful allies for your nerves. According to guidance supported by organizations like the American Diabetes Association, blood sugar stability plays a critical role in preventing nerve complications. Think steady, not spiking. 2. Move after meals. This may be one of the simplest and most powerful habits you can adopt. A 10–15-minute walk after eating can significantly reduce blood sugar spikes. Nothing extreme. No gym membership required, just movement. When you walk, your muscles immediately begin using glucose for energy, pulling it out of the bloodstream and putting it to work. Even light activity, walking around the house, gardening, gentle stretching, tidying up, it all counts. For many seniors, this single habit can make a noticeable difference in energy and nerve symptoms within weeks. 3. Support nerve nutrients. Now let's talk about nourishment. Your nerves require specific nutrients to repair and function properly. It's important to speak with your healthcare provider before starting anything new, but many doctors commonly discuss. Vitamin B12, essential for maintaining the protective coating around nerves. Deficiency is strongly linked with neuropathy symptoms, as noted by experts at Mayo Clinic. Alpha-lipoic acid, an antioxidant that has been studied for reducing nerve-related discomfort and oxidative stress. Magnesium supports muscle and nerve signaling. Omega-3 fatty acids help reduce inflammation and support healthy blood flow. These are not miracle cures, but they can support your body's natural repair systems, especially when combined with blood sugar control. 4. Improve circulation. Remember, nerves are living tissue. They need oxygen, they need nutrients, they need movement. Gentle stretching keeps tissues flexible. Light resistance training helps preserve muscle mass, your blood sugar sponge. Simple foot exercises can stimulate nerve endings and increase blood flow, even something as basic as rolling your ankles, flexing and pointing your toes. Standing up every hour. These small actions stimulate circulation. And don't forget hydration. Blood that is well hydrated flows more efficiently. Even mild dehydration can reduce circulation to the extremities. Healthy blood flow nourishes nerves. Here's what I want you to remember. You don't have to overhaul your entire life tomorrow. Start with one change, add a 10-minute walk, swap one sugary drink for water, add vegetables to one meal. Small, consistent habits are incredibly powerful after 60 because your body still wants to heal. It still responds to care. And when you remove what harms your nerves and add what supports them, improvement becomes possible. In the next section, we'll talk about one of the biggest questions seniors ask. Can nerve damage actually be reversed? And the answer may surprise you. This is the question everyone asks. The answer depends on how long the damage has been occurring, how severe it is, whether the root cause is removed. Early neuropathy can absolutely improve. Later stages may not fully reverse, but symptoms can often be reduced significantly. The key? Start now, not next year, not after more damage, now. If you're over 60 and dealing with tingling, numbness, or burning, please don't ignore it. Your body is talking to you. And small changes today can protect your independence tomorrow. Because neuropathy isn't just discomfort. It increases fall risk. It affects balance. It impacts confidence. And protecting your nerves means protecting your freedom. If this video helped you, share it with someone you care about. And comment below, "Protect my nerves." Because your health after 60 isn't about fear. It's about knowledge, action, and staying strong for the years ahead.